Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Metropole Business Center with yours truly, Nina Shaban. Today we are trying to take a look at what is going on in the entertainment industry amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, we earlier spoke to the Love Child, who's an artist, a musician, and we are now getting linked with Jin Idol. Jin, a very good morning to you. Jin is also a musician. Good morning, Jin. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Good morning.
All right, Junaidil, I'd like us to very quickly start off with maybe sharing with us your experience of how has it been being an artist during this COVID-19 crisis?
At the beginning, I did not notice it much when it comes to the music and all that, because I was in the studio almost 24/7 getting ready, or rather preparing my album, recording most of the songs and all that. So being in that space, I didn't notice much because we had already cancelled any bookings. We weren't booking interviews. So most of the times I was in studio. But then when it got to around June, when now we had finalized and we were trying to decide how best to launch the album, then we realized having a concert is not one of the options that we have.
Of course.
We realized a lot of things cannot be the way they have been over the years, because normally when an artist is getting ready to launch an album, the next thing you start planning is the concert, just how you gather your people to come and listen to your music, or rather what you've been preparing for them. But then this time round, that's not an option. Everyone has had to change their mindset. So when I finished recording the album, that's when I realized just how affected, or just how much I'll have to change, or rather we'll have to change our mindset on how to go around business during this time.
And with that said, Jin, what are the things that you've learned from this pandemic? Because now you were doing your album, you're supposed to launch your album. Because to
always be prepared for change, and also with the arts industry, or rather everywhere, you can just depend on one income.
So what's the new normal for you? Did you get to launch your album? How are you planning to play that out? Because
I've not yet launched my album. We are yet to do that. So obviously that will be done virtually, or rather just having a concert online and just finding a way to connect with the people who have been supporting me in a whole different way. So currently we are still finding our way around that.
All right. Now, Junaidil, I need you to give us your thoughts on how well the government has supported creatives, even with the 200 million shillings allocated to support the payment for royalties. Would you say that that was enough?
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. What would have been somehow enough, or meeting us halfway? I saw most of the artists putting their best foot forward and having their concerts online. Or Otile Brown, I also saw several artists. So I think how the government should support that is, when an artist is having these virtual concerts, just sponsor them by giving them a certain amount, not giving out, let's say, 200 million or 100, and then an artist will end up 3,000 Kenyan shillings or 5,000. That can't even feed you for a whole month in reality. Yeah.
All right, and what about your views on how the creative industry can be supported back into recovery? And I was just I was talking to your colleague in the industry just a few minutes ago, and we were talking about how this whole pandemic has created some sort of depression, and I'm sure this is something that you've seen not only from a musician's point of view, but also from a comedian's point of view. Yeah, the whole creative industry has been hit hard. So how would you advise someone would rebound from this situation?
Nina, I lost you there for a minute.
Sorry, I was saying the whole pandemic has brought out a lot of emotions, has brought out a lot of distress, not only financially but psychologically as well. How would you advise someone who is in the same industry as you are to rebound from this situation?
We can't suddenly recover from how the whole pandemic has affected industry, and it's not just the entertainment industry, it's everyone who has been affected by this. So I think the main thing at this point is just to find find other ways of income apart from your main source, or apart from your main thing. Find other things. It may be little, but it will make you be able to get over certain things. Let's say, for example, you're selling your merchandise and weekly you get even at least 5,000 per week. It will go a long way. Or whichever small business that you can be able to kick off during this time, it's somehow necessary. You can just depend on the one thing, or your art. If you ask me, yes, it pays. Yes, if you put the right effort, the reward will come to you. But then, with all that's going on, slowly clubs are picking up. People have started going to perform, but things are not as they were. People are gathering as much. Some people are still scared, so it's ni kama kubahatisha, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand. I get you. Now, thank you so
yeah.
much, Gina Dale. And unless you have anything to add, any words, last words for us?
The last words to me is everyone at this time has to change their mindset. Let's support our own. As you can see, even the movie industry, they are going to the next level. The whole film industry, they are really supporting each other. So just consume Kenyan art. We are amazing, and we put a lot of work in what we do. And finally, Gin and Tonic album is dropping next month, so
Oh,
keep it tuned for that.
all right. And we shall be waiting for that, Jin.
Thank you, Nina.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Okay. All right, that was Jean Ideal. We are going to take another quick break, and we'll be back with Dr. Kathy Mputhia, who is an intellectual property expert. We'll get to hear from her and in just a bit after the break.